thing that has been constantly overlooked by students and teachers is the difference between mechanics and intention. And why? Because what I see is that most drummers these days play purely mechanically. In other words, they are always trying to think of movements rather than a phrase. The fact that that movement, that motion lacks intention is something that for me as a musician is just mind-blowing. Most of the drummers I know, they don't really know why they are playing that fill or that drum beat. It's almost like they have these two boxes, one full of drum beats, one box full of drum fills, and then they just randomly pick one out of each box, and that's that. If it fits the pulse, they are good to go. Well, this lacks intention. Why did you choose that fill? Why did you choose that drum beat? Why did you make that decision? Was it a conscious decision or a random one? For me, practicing with intention is a lot more important. Believe it or not, this will also help your technique. When you are practicing your doubles, for example, and your intention is to make those sticks bounce, that's gonna be more valuable to you than to just focus on opening your fingers, closing your fingers. It's very mechanical. Yes, the mechanics are important. It is important to learn your technique, but it's also important to learn and to know why you are practicing that technique, why and when should you use it, why should you not use it. We shouldn't use the same technique for all contexts, and that one size fits all is what makes everyone sound the same. Remember, if it looks the same, it sounds the same. Now, something that for me is incredibly important is that when you are practicing a musical idea, focus on a rhythm, focus on a melody. For example, instead of practicing everything very metronomical, so even with different sounds and different orchestration and whatnot, you're just mainly thinking of mechanics, movements, emotion. It becomes mainly gymnastics. You're becoming an athlete instead of a musician, and that to me is very worrying. We should be thinking as musicians. Singers, they think of melodies. Why would drummers be any different? It doesn't make any sense to me that we are so focused on mechanics that we forget to think of rhythm. So here's my advice to you guys. Find a rhythm, clap something. We would never, if I ask you guys to just clap a rhythm, no one would clap this. We don't think of that as a rhythm. If I ask you to clap something, you would probably come up with something a lot more creative than that, like, right? Or etc., etc. No one would actually clap me a rhythm, any rhythm, improvise something. Unless you are very you are really a beginner, maybe you would clap something really basic, and even that it doesn't mean that it's super mechanics. But if you are a bit more of an advanced player, you would never clap this. But you do play like that. Why? So, try to give yourself some inspiration. Either grab a couple of books, this one is good, this one is really good, this one is awesome. So either you guys grab a bunch of books or try to clap your own ideas. Try to come up with a rhythm and then play it on the drums, and then try to develop that in as many ways as possible. Be creative. Build drum beats around that idea. There you go. Sing it. If you can say it, you can play it. Be creative. Stop being an athlete. Start being a musician. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget, if you are a drum teacher, stop teaching licks.